The shape of the wing will affect how much drag there is when your plane is lifting into the air. The less drag there is, the faster your plane can go. A straight, constant wing creates the most drag. A wing that is fully tapered makes less drag than a partially tapered wing. The wing with the least amount of drag is an elliptical wing. Your airplane will need landing gear to take off and land safely, but to win the race, you will need to find the landing gear with the least amount of drag. You can reduce the drag by putting covers called wheel pants over the wheels. The best landing gear pulls the wheels into the airplane while the airplane is flying. This is called retractable landing gear. The flaps are at the back of the wing and rotate down to increase lift for takeoff and landing. Fowler flaps create the least amount of drag and help your airplane go faster. Flaps that make a slot create less drag than flaps that split from the bottom of the wing. Flaps that only rotate create the most drag. Instruments in the cockpit don't affect your speed, but they can help you navigate over the shortest distance. The most basic cockpit has only a compass to tell you which way to fly. Radios are good instruments. The best radios use signals from satellites in a global positioning system, or GPS. The engines available to you are 400 horsepower engines. When your airplane is in the air, there is less oxygen, so the engine needs to work harder to create 400 horsepower. Fuel injection will help your plane go fast, but an engine with a turbocharger will make the plane go fastest. The shape of the engine also affects the speed of your airplane. Flat engines will make your plane go faster than round engines will. The propeller uses engine power and blades to push the air and create thrust. The more thrust there is, the faster your airplane can go. A propeller with 3 blades makes more thrust than a propeller with 2 blades. A propeller that can control the angle of the blades and has a spinner to reduce drag will make the most thrust. The cockpit is where the pilot sits. The less drag the cockpit makes, the faster your airplane can fly. An enclosed cockpit creates less drag than an open cockpit. The sharper the angle the cockpit makes to the tail, the more drag there is. The tail boom and tail help you control your airplane. The less drag they create, the faster your plane can go. The sharper the curve that connects the tail to the tail boom, the more drag there is. A sharp angle means there is no curve and creates the most drag. The fastest airplane will have a gradual curve from the tail to the tail boom.
Oops! A chimp ran into you! The master of mischief's chimps will take one of your parts when they run into you. Throw them bananas to make them take a nap. Bananas! Arrange the magnets to create the shape outlined on the table. Automatic direction finding. Flaps split from the bottom of the wing. Arrange the magnets to create the shape outlined on the table. Retractable landing gear. Tail section with medium curve. Round engine. Balance the scale. Propeller with 3 blades and a spinner. Green paint. Shoot the watermelon into the flashing hole. Bananas. Tapered wing. Bananas. Bananas. Partially tapered wing. 2 main wheels and 1 small wheel at tail. Stripes decal. Yellow paint. Fowler flaps. Enclosed cockpit with slight angle to tail. Flat engine. Flat engine with a turbocharger. Elliptical wing. Push all of the red buttons at the same time by turning the crank. Shoot the beach ball into the flashing hole. Shoot the watermelon into the flashing hole. Place the simple machines on their matching parts in the everyday machine. Then check your answer.
A lever is a bar that rests on a point, called a fulcrum. By putting force on one part of the bar, you can move weight placed on the other part. In a Class 3 lever, the force is between the fulcrum and the weight.
Bananas. Place the simple machines on their matching parts in the everyday machine.
An inclined plane is a flat surface that is higher at one end than at the other. Inclined planes make it easier to move things up and down.
Tail section with gradual curve. Place the simple machines on their matching parts in the everyday machine. Then check your answer.
Put each simple machine where it works, as part of the everyday machine. Then click on the check button to check your answer. A wedge is narrower at one end than it is at the other. It helps cut or split things apart.
Propeller with 3 blades. Turn on the light bulb by making a complete electrical circuit.
Pick up the wire. String the wire so that electricity passes through the light bulb. The tip of the wire turns red when a connection has been made. The light bulb has 2 connecting ends. The battery has a negative end and a positive end. When electricity can flow from one end of the battery through the light bulb to the other end of the battery, the electrical circuit is complete, and the bulb will light up.
cockpit with sharp angle to tail. Shoot the beach ball into the flashing hole. Put the puzzle pieces together to red paint. Arrange the magnets to create the shape outlined on the table. Bananas! Turn on the light bulb by making a complete electrical circuit. Propeller with two blades. Make a complete circuit that turns on the light bulb. Be sure to use the switch.
String the wires so that electricity passes through the light bulb and the switch. Use the switch to turn on the light. For the light to go on, the circuit must be wired so that electricity flows from one end of the battery through the light bulb and the switch to the other end. When the switch is turned on, the circuit is complete and the bulb will light up.
Balance the scale. Electric eel decal. Lightning bolt decal. Propeller with 3 controllable blades and a Put the puzzle pieces together to make a machine. Compass. Put the puzzle pieces together to make a machine. Compass plus a map. Shoot the boot into the flashing hole. Turn on the light bulb by making a complete electrical circuit. Match the energy forms with the pictures that represent. Place the simple machines on their matching parts in the everyday machine. Then check your answer. Place the simple machines on their matching parts in the.
A screw is an inclined plane wrapped around a cylinder or cone. Screws are used to hold things together. The threads of a screw grip tightly, making it difficult to pull out. A lever is a bar that rests on a point, called a fulcrum. By putting force on one part of the bar, you can move weight placed on the other part. In a Class 2 lever, the weight is between the fulcrum and the force.
Turn on the light bulb by making a complete electrical circuit. Put the puzzle pieces together to make a machine. Shoot the boot into the flashing hole. Make a complete circuit that turns on the light bulb. Be sure to use the switch. Make a complete circuit that turns on the light bulb. Be sure to use the switch. Global Positioning System, GPS radio. Make a complete circuit that turns on the light bulb. Be sure to use the switch.